This is Tony and Mike in the morning on WICC 600, sponsored by Selco Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, good morning. We're at 9:08. We've got 18 degrees, a little bit of sunshine at this point, but it is cold out there. Relief is on the way. By tomorrow, things should warm up to around 35. I'm Tony Reno along with Mike Bellamy, and we thank you so much for having a second cup of coffee here with us this morning. Here with us in the studio is a good friend of ours, Tim Kramer, and he's with BMW of Bridgeport. But we're not here really today. We're going to talk a little bit about the dealership, but they've got some special things going on over there, and Tim's going to tell you a little bit more about it. Tim, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing just fine. So glad that you are here. This is unique, the ultimate pet adoption party over there at BMW of Bridgeport. Looks great.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a good deal.
It really, really is. I got to tell you, just by the dog and the cat that you've got here on the brochure, on the flyer, I want to adopt them both already.
There's some cute ones in there.
There really are. Now, this is coming up on March the 9th, which is just a couple of days from now, and it's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. right there at BMW of Bridgeport. How'd you get hooked up with all of this?
You know, we've been connected a little bit with some of the local charities and some of the folks that are doing this animal rescue. And North Shore actually has a really great mobile platform. They have a motorhome. They come out and they have everything set up. There's a vet on site, and they seem like the right partner to connect with because they know how to do it. I think a lot of times folks want to adopt a dog and don't know, or a cat and don't know what's all involved with it. And our thought behind this was to bring people out and kind of give them a clinic about what you need to do and what is all involved with adopting an animal and the responsibilities and, more importantly, the expenses and the things that are associated with that. So we find that it was a great missing link in the community for us to step into.
Sure. And who did you team up with in order to do this?
So it's North Shore Animal League, and they're Long Island, but they have a mobile platform. They've been in Connecticut a whole bunch. They actually have some other events in Connecticut this week, so it's a really well-known venue. They have lots of sponsorship, and it's really got a great big throw, and they throw a big net, and they do some really great things. So we like what they're about, and they have a great give back to the community. The dollars that go in come back out.
Sure, absolutely. And you got to find a nice home for all of these pets if you can do it. But I notice as I'm reading a little bit here as well, it's not just a case of coming in there, adopting the pet, paying the fees or whatever it is, they get their shots, and you go home. I mean, there's a little bit of education here as well on the pets, right?
Yeah, that's the whole idea behind it is, there's so much that is involved with getting a pet. If you've not had one and you want to find out about it, I mean, it's not like getting a houseplant. This is a real living little creature, and the idea behind it was not only do we have North Shore there, but we also have Pet Pantry Warehouse. They're locally a Fairfield group, and they're coming in and they're going to have a display of everything you need, whether it's a dog cage, whether it's a collar, leash, food, all those kinds of things. And then also we have Give the Dog a Bath. It's a mobile pet wash clinic. So they come out and they do some things, and they're going to be there with us as well. And we also have somebody else from Long Island named Will Castro. He has a show called Unique Rides. He's a customizer, and he's doing a podcast at the store at the same time. And we also have Wonderland of Ice, a great ice arena. All the prep and all the local kids are down the street from us, and they're involved with the charity as well. So we're going to have a big throw. It's my whole thing about being here is locally owned and locally operated, and that's what we do. We really want to give back to the community.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you're doing it. That's for sure. We're talking with Tim Kramer from BMW of Bridgeport. We'll talk a little bit about the dealership as well, but this whole ultimate pet adoption party coming up on March the 9th. That's coming up a couple of days from this Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this Saturday from 11 a.m. until 3 right there at BMW of Bridgeport. And believe me, I know because we had a cat for many, many years. Once you get a pet, your life is going to change. Never mind the pet. Your life is going to change,
Absolutely.
And they're looking to you for everything. And I always said this. My wife always said it. They're like little babies that never really grow up. They depend on you for everything. So you better be ready to make that commitment.
Absolutely. And folks who have adopted a rescue dog that was left by somebody, they find that those animals are so loving and so gentle.
Sure.
And like you said, though, it's forever. It's not it's not like a little baby's going to grow up and go off to school and you can go on about your day. I mean,
right.
This is 24/7. So that's part of what it's about.
Once you get rolling, I tell you, you can't do without them. You can't do without them. And you really, really enjoy it. They become part of the family. They become a child, like another child.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a dog or a cat. Now, this is coming up this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., and what people can just show up and kind of wander around, look at the pets. And
Absolutely. You know, this motorhome they have has got glass sides on it, so you can see the animals, and we'll have some other animals out and about. They have 13 dogs and I think another 7 or 8 cats, and the list grows a little bit depending on who comes in and they get past the health checks and things. So we might have a few more before Saturday, but it'll be great. We have food, refreshments, cocktails. We do it right there, and we want to make sure when folks come into our place, they not only see what we have going on, but also learn a little bit about the dealership and what we do and how we do things and why Bridgeport's better.
Oh, let's learn a little bit about the dealership. Well, what's going on there at BMW of Bridgeport?
So we just came into 2019 and we won the Center of Excellence Award from BMW. It's the top 8% of dealers in the country. So only dealership in Connecticut to win the award. So it's a big deal for us. You know, it's excellence in customer service and sales and efficiencies and just taking care of customers and making sure that folks who are involved in the brand get great care, and the Ultimate Driving Machine remains the ultimate service center and care for your car.
Absolutely. And BMW, a good, solid car. It really, really is.
Yeah, some great safety features, and the technology never changes. It just keeps rolling. We have so many great features, and the safety driving equipment and electric cars, and the world is changing. I always say that the automobile business is going to change more in the next 10 years than it has in the last 50. So it's an exciting time to be in the business.
It certainly is, that's for sure. That's BMW of Bridgeport. Where are you guys located?
So we're 43 North Avenue in Bridgeport on the corner of Boston and North. You can't miss us. We got a great big lot and a building and a facility. We'll have plenty of activity. You can't miss us. You come to that corner and it's our corner. We own the whole place there.
Oh, okay. Make no mistake, the pet adoption right there at BMW of Bridgeport. So make sure that you check that out. Hey, buy a car, adopt a pet. A beautiful thing. I like it a lot.
Absolutely.
It's a great connection. Is there anything else that you want to talk about, Tim?
Just real quick, the first 5 folks who adopt a pet, we're going to cover all the adoption fees. So it can be a little expensive, but it's a commitment, and that's kind of why there's some fees associated with it. And we're going to cover the first 5. So if you want to come out, you can pre-register. There's a link on my website, bmwbridgeport.com. You can pre-register and make sure you get in there. And we'd love to see you out there. We have, like I said, we have a great showing. We have a lot of great things happening, and we're proud to be in Bridgeport. And we have a saying at the store: "It's better in Bridgeport," and that's where we're doing it.
Yeah, I like it. Better in Bridgeport. Now, there's a website that folks can go to, right?
Yeah.
And what's that?
It's bmwbridgeport.com.
Okay, so check all of that out. The pet adoption happening on Saturday, but of course, BMW of Bridgeport, I would assume open 7 days a week, right?
No, we're 6 days.
6 days, okay.
We're 9 to 7 during the week, and then 9 to 6 on Saturday, and 9 to 6 on Friday. So.
Okay, all right. So plenty of chances to get out there and check it out. Check out the pet adoption. Check out the latest BMWs right there at BMW of Bridgeport. Tim, once again, I thank you so much for taking a few minutes. Good luck with the dealership. Good luck with the pet adoption. Some good things you're doing over there, and keep it up. Stay in Bridgeport.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us on.
All right, my friend. We've got 9:16. We'll check traffic and weather coming up next.